Put on the water to boil. Like Michael said, it's a good meal for kids and has a lot of good protein. But we're going to make it better. We're going to use whole wheat elbow macaroni that has 3 more grams of fiber per serving. We're going to use no salt added diced tomatoes. We're still using ground beef, but we're using 4% fat ground beef. And make up for the loss of the fat with the bad cholesterol with the fat that's loaded with good cholesterol, extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to add some sliced mushrooms for a little added fiber. First we add our extra virgin olive oil and get that heated nice and hot. The water is boiling at a nice rolling boil. Time to add our pasta. About a ½ cup per adult. Our oil has a nice shimmer. Time to put in the meat. I don't think we have enough fat to have to worry about a fire the way they had one on the chew today. Thank goodness Daphne had her hair back and Michael didn't have any hair at all. Otherwise it would have been a totally different outcome, I think. Okay, we got to get it nice and brown. It's got to be almost black on the bottom to get all those nice crusty bits. Okay, it's getting nice and brown. Time to turn it over. Okay, it's very brown. Time to move it to the side and put in our onions. If your children don't like onions, you can always dice them up fine instead of slice them. Then they'll never know they're in there, but they do need it for the flavor. And once the onions begin to caramelize, you throw in your mushrooms. If you're going to use them, that is. Some people really don't like mushrooms, but we're a mushroom family, so we're going to have them. The southwestern twist on this might be to put in some green chilies. Okay, let those cook down a little bit, and then you're going to move on to the next step. Looking pretty good. Time to add our smashed garlic. Stir it all around. Oh, that looks luscious, so nice and brown. But now it's time to make it a little red and add our tomatoes. We're using no salt tomatoes, so if you want to add salt, you can, but we're not going to. We have some high blood pressure problems to serve to tonight. Yummo. I had no problem adding it juice and all because we don't have any added salt, so it's just tomato juice. It's not going to hurt us. And it certainly isn't going to have that awful canned tinny flavor because it's just packed in its own juice. I waited till it was good and boiling before I added the tomato paste. This is double thick tomato paste and what looks like Italian toothpaste. But it's just tomato paste in a tube, which gives you the ability to not waste it like you would have to a whole can. Make up into a nice sauce. If you want to add more, you can add more. The beauty of tomato paste and cooked tomatoes is they're very rich in lycopene, much richer than raw tomatoes. Oh, that looks delightful. And noodles are almost ready. It's time to add our crushed red pepper chili flakes. Add them to how hot you think your family can stand it, because the hotter it is, the more calories you can burn, but you can also make your children not want to eat it if you add too much. Let that cook in nice. Now it's time to drain the pasta and put it in, and we're just about done. Before we drain the pasta, I want to get some of the pasta water so that we can add it to the sauce. And now we add our pasta to our meat. And a little bit of the pasta water that we reserved. And stir it up. We're done.
Smells good.
Good for you. We're going to eat pretty soon. American Chop Suey. We have very big pasta bowls at our house, but we're hungry. Put in the American Chop Suey, or American Goulash, whatever you want to call it. Top it with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and it's ready to go. Oh yeah. Mm-mm-mm.